Hey, this is Ryan from Lion Fire Local, and in this really quick review, what I'm going to do is go through a local business in my area and just go through and show you some of the areas they could be performing better. So that way you can take some information from this video and potentially use it in your own business and grow your own business in your local area. Now, just because we're in the Brisbane area doesn't mean that this won't work anywhere else. This is sort of going to be general tips and what I see just looking at a profile initially and what we do at Lion Fire Local. So make sure you watch to the end too, because I have a little bit of an offer for you so we can do this sort of thing for your own business. So what we're going to do today is we're going to look at a martial arts facility here in Brisbane called Brisbane Martial Arts, and we're just going to go through what they are currently doing and what they're doing, what they could be doing better as well. So the very first thing I see when jumping on this is if I type in martial arts, I'm in the Brisbane area myself, they're not coming up as number one. They're down the list a little bit. Now, your aim, if you are a local business, is to try and get your Google business profile up to either 1, 2, or 3 in the rankings, because 1, 2, and 3 are the only ones that generally matter, because they're the ones that are shown when you're searching for a business online, like you're looking for martial arts, looking for gym near me, looking for an electrician near me, anything like that. You want to be either 1, 2, or 3. So coming into this, the reason I can see straight away that they're having potentially issues is because of this 3.8 rating. So the very first thing I would say to them is to try and get more reviews. Now, that might sound like, well, of course, getting more reviews is going to be better. But if you scroll down, you notice that the very first reviews that sort of pop you in the face are going to be negative reviews. That's not good. So obviously some of these negative reviews, this one here, 3 months, there was a few more as well going down here. This one's 2 years ago. This one's 6 years ago. They do hit you in the face quite quickly when kind of searching for a business and just assessing who you want to actually go with, right? Like, am I going to go with somebody who's got a 3.8 rating and has this huge negative review right here? Or am I going to go for the guys, maybe with less reviews, but 5-star ratings or 4.8 star ratings? I'm probably going to look at the other facilities. So the very first thing I would do here is get more reviews. Now, how do you get more reviews, right? It sounds obvious, but like, what do you actually do? So the very first thing we would do coming in looking at this business is try and get them more reviews. Now, how do you do that? Generally, what we would do is take a list of past and current clients that they've got, students in this example here, and start sending messages out to those clients via SMS, via email, to try and bring them back in for a review. Now, you can use something like a review funnel where you send them to a website. They get to pick what ratings, like a 4 or 5 star rating. Those 4 or 5 star ratings go back over to Google Business, and then they can review from there. The ones that are lower than that will actually just go to a form where they can say what the issue was, and that way you sort of cleans it up from having any of these negative ratings come in. That would definitely be the first way we would do it. What we'd also try and do here, I'll show you my little list here that I've got, is try and get people to leave reviews with the name of the business and the staff member if possible. So because these ones are coming up the top, we really want to try and get this Brisbane Martial Arts, and we want to try and get maybe the instructor's name in there as well, and if possible an image of the actual class going on. Doing this is going to greatly improve, obviously, the rating, because at the moment, a 3.8 really doesn't cut it in the current market. It really needs to be a 4+. So we would try and get that over that 4 rating and then move it up from there. I don't think it would be very hard for them to get 4.5 quite quickly. They've only got 73 reviews. From doing this system, the way we set it up, you could probably expect another 50 reviews on top of that. And that would literally take you to like 4.3, 4.4. And then you're up a little bit closer to where the median is for these other businesses. So that's what I would do first. I would get that going and then push all of these ones down here. Get rid of that and start having the good ones up the top here, which you can't select which ones you have up the top, but this will push, having more come in will push down these particular ones. So it's not staring you in the face when you first come to have a look at this business. If you're wondering why it's a 3.8, it's immediately in your face there. So the next thing I would do also is check to make sure that the categories are right. So what you want to do if for this is make sure that your Google My Business category, main category, is correct. In this respect, it is correct, but they could probably actually add martial arts club as well. So I would get them to add martial arts club to this as well. And are they a gym, jiu-jitsu school, Pilates studio, self-defense? Are they all these other things as well? If so, that's fine. But if not, it's better to actually just take this stuff away because it doesn't do anything for your rankings whatsoever. So it's better to have just like a couple of categories, one main category and a few secondary categories. It's not good to just fill up with random categories that make no sense. It actually hurts your rankings in that regard because Google can't work out exactly what you're trying to sell, what your business is. So if this is all correct, then that's fine. But like, are they a gym? Do they have a gym? If not, if that's like not their main thing, I would kind of cut all of this out. So if your business and you're looking at right now and you just stacked a whole heap of categories here, I would look at lessening this and getting less categories in there because that will actually help. The next thing we would do is add more photos. So adding photos in here would be good. If we have a look at the overall and we have a look at the photos, a lot of these photos here are from quite some time ago. So what Google is looking for is they're looking for fresh content on your Google business page. You can think of it kind of like a mini website in a way. Google likes fresh content. So they do prioritize businesses who do more regular, more frequent posting of images and pictures and videos of their facility. I've noticed there's no videos of the facility here. Let's just have a look by owner. Notice there's no videos of the facility. So doing that, you see the 2009, 2018, 2016, having current, like I haven't found any for in like 2020 or like 2025 or anything like that in here. I would be adding a lot more photos in here and just drip them out over the next 6 months. And that will also give you a little bit of a boost in rankings. So that's definitely the next step. From here, what I also noticed is that the Q&A is not great. The very first question and answer you see is this. So if your Q&A looks like this, most clients we find don't have any Q&A at all. So then I would recommend actually putting some Q&A in here. So you can just write them yourself. You can write questions and answers yourself. What I would use it for is like add 3 to 5 and add like frequently asked questions that maybe your students might ask, maybe other business owners might ask, that sort of thing in your community, and just add that in here and then answer them yourself. That way, when people are looking at this, if they have got questions, then they can get them answered straight away. That gives them more confidence in actually wanting to call you from there. So that's the next thing I would do. Creating Google My Business posts would be the next thing. I noticed I don't have any of those. Now the jury is still out whether or not Google My Business posts actually have an SEO ranking, but it is still worth doing this because why not, right? It's just free real estate. And you can think of these posts like social media posts, like a post on Facebook, a post on Instagram. If you've got a good post on Instagram that works really, really, really well, what you can do is just transfer it over to here. And that's all. That's all you need to do. It's just a way of getting out more content and utilizing all of the space here to try and put forward the message that you want, and try and get rid of all of these kind of negative reviews and stuff like that. It does help quite a lot. Now, looking at their website, we can have a look here. It is quite old. Now, does that necessarily matter? Not really, but you could definitely do some improvements on this website. Even just sort of looking at it, it's pretty bare bones. There's no like chat widget or anything like that. There's nothing popping up for like a free trial or anything like that. There's a call us now button that doesn't actually, it works there, but doesn't work here. There's BTC, which if I were to look at that and I'm like, why are they selling Bitcoin? That's a little bit weird. I would actually have Brisbane Martial Arts written up the top there, because I come to this website and I don't even know if I'm on the right site. So there's a lot of little things that could be done here. Now, if we were to get a little bit more technical into it, you can also say that the schema, and now this is technical, but the schema is very basic. So they could do a lot better here. And schema is just a code that is used for Google to really understand what's written on your website, and you can get really advanced with this, and this does help a lot when it comes to your website actually ranking. Is it needed? No, but it is an extra layer that you can do to help outrank your competition. Well, we also did a AI review of their reviews in their Google business profile, and we can do this for you as well if you're interested in something like this. I'll do this free of charge as well. This is just a report saying like what their average ratings are over like 50 reviews, and how people are actually, what the sentiment is of it. And you can see here it's quite polarized. Majority of reviews, 68.5, are positive, 4 to 5 stars. There's a significant number of negative reviews, 26, with very few neutral opinions. This indicates customers are having very good experiences or very poor experiences with no middle ground. Now, you can have a look through this as we're going through, but I just want to highlight a few things: the negative themes, the contract terms, the hidden additional fees, administrative practices, continued charging, and customer service as being negative from those negative reviews. So that is some things that they can look at, maybe their pricing structure and how they're actually setting about pricing their fees that they're charging people. That could be something that could look at. You can see here that one of the interesting things is the business have responded to approximately 50% of the reviews. That's also another thing. You should be responding to every single review that comes in, with a higher response rate to negative reviews. Now, I know it's very easy to want to respond to negative reviews to try and push them away, but you should still also be responding to positive reviews. Now, there's AI that you can just plug into your business, and it just responds to these reviews, and it just makes it incredibly easy, so you don't even need to think about it. And that's something I would recommend them doing. That way they don't have to worry about replying to new reviews that come in, but there's definitely some room for improvement in this. So if you would like something like this, if you'd like us to do a review of your business where we'd go into a lot more detail about all the areas that you could fix quite easily to not only get you a ranking boost, but help your business convert more people into clients, feel free to send us an email or go to the website lionfirelocalmarketing.com and get your free blueprint there. We have a free blueprint now on the website which offers these free reviews of your website, and that way it'll help you rank higher. So any questions or concerns, please leave them in the comments. I'm happy to respond, and yeah, hope you found this video valuable.